Show you what happened right there. I was trying to make sure this support log just holding the frame up would reach down here to this log. Whoop. You saw a bird. I was trying to make sure that support beam will reach down here to this log since it's downhill. I needed to wedge that support beam up against something. I didn't know if it was long enough there at first, but that worked out. So now we try to set this thing up without it tilting over on us. Get y'all situated here again. Alright, let's see if this works. Hey, Rich. Hey, babe, quit giving away the spoilers. Y'all see why we're doing this here live? This is a pain in the ass to get these measurements right whenever you're not using any sort of measuring tool. And that's what I'm trying to do now. Just make sure everything's right before we tie it all off. But every time I lift it up to measure my main beam, damn thing wants to fall over on me. This is the stuff that other guys don't show you in their bushcraft videos. They edit all this shit out. Yes, sir. The 20th, 8 p.m. Whew. Break time. Might have to have another support beam until I get this all tied together. It's just too much damn weight. Hey, Diana. You guys want to take a little walk, check out the new location for this site while I'm taking this little break here, trying to get this damn frame up. Let me get this back end set up, and I'll show you around a little bit. I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. I've been out here cutting wood and screwing around all morning. And we're just today working on the frame. But I'll take you guys for a quick walk. I'll show you the new location for year 2. And we are deep down in it this time, guys. But this spot is gonna be beautiful. If you happen to stop in at the beginning of the live stream, seen a little tributary running down beneath me there. We'll take a look at it, and I'll show you why I chose this location. So let's take a walk. Number 1 on the resource guide, just down here from where we're building. We're building on that little ridge right there because it keeps us up out of the floodplain. This all down through here is pretty much floodplain. And check out this, plenty of rocks up here to work with as far as building a bit of framework around the shelter there. Actually, I'm gonna take you guys off this damn tripod. It's just getting in my way. We'll take a quick walk right here while I get to catch my breath from setting this damn frame up. And like I said, I'll show you why I picked this new location for year 2. That's our primary filming spot. 1, it's just gonna be absolutely beautiful out here when everything turns green. 2, we got a blue shale bottom tributary. Anybody who watches the series, any of the tributaries or rivers in my area that have this blue shale bottom, at twilight they glow in the dark. They reflect all the ultraviolet light, and it looks like a blue ribbon running through the woods. It's beautiful. So whenever I was coming up through here and I seen this one had a blue shale bottom, full moon nights or that magic hour right around sunset, this thing lights up. Looks like a liquid LED light running through the woods. I was up on that ridge you see behind me back there, and I happened to look down here, and I seen that little patch up there of early spring flowers coming up. That's what attracted me to the site. So I hiked around for a little bit. I wanted to make sure that this is where I wanted to build at, because the shelter that I'm building it's going to be a bigger tank than that wiki up is, as you can see from the framework. I got a lot of deer trails running through here. I haven't spotted any of the deer yet. But then I got things like this here. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to make this out on the cam, but I'm going to try to give you the best view I can. That all these mosses down here, they're green and pink and blue. It's almost like rainbow colored algae growing all over everything with splotches of orange in it. So in the spring and the summertime, especially on the hot humid days when all of the fungus is popping, a lot of the colors down here are going to be like rainbow colors, just because of the fungus and the wildflowers that are in the area. Looking forward to that. Whew, man, I'm winded. I've been sawing and hacking and doing all sorts of wood processing that I did not film, because I'm not going to sit there and film 20 minutes worth of wood processing for a premiere episode of year 2 of the Huntsman series. We're just going to get right to the shit. But I want to take you up here a little ways and show you one more feature to the area that really hooked me. As you can see up ahead here, don't need to be looking at my ugly mug. Deep ravines, valleys, gorges. They just snake all through here. There's a lot of tributaries running through the area that just cut it all to hell. Made it pretty though. A lot of low-lying area like this area here. This low-lying area I couldn't build here because it just holds too much water, and in the summertime it'd be mosquito heaven. Look back down here at the creek. Now I wanted to come out this time of year, 1, because it's just easier to traverse these forests in the winter months before everything turns green and it all thickens up. Got to be able to know your route in and out to your camp. Plus, whenever it's like this, I can see the resources a little bit better than if I was out here trying to go through all of that underbrush. Got another spot right here with a big old down oak tree. I was gonna take that oak tree and turn it into a bridge. Hey, Andrew. We're almost to the spot I wanted to show you guys. We're just following a loose deer trail right now. Actually, let's just go down this route. Hey, Tom. Nice to see you, buddy. It's kind of rare that you get to come into one of my live streams. I'm usually in yours. I'm hoping that the signal's coming through a little bit better. I'm miles and miles away from the wiki up right now, so I was hoping this new forest would give us a better signal for the live streaming. We're gonna go up here just a little bit further. I'll show you what I wanted to show you, and then we'll get back to the shelter build. Yeah, you finally caught one, Tom. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to have you here, man. All right, let me turn you around so you're not looking at my ugly mug. There we go. And thanks for that update, babe. Like I said, I was hoping the new forest would be a lot better for live streaming than the wiki up. I gotta try to walk across this shale. Thank you, waterproof boots. This water's still fucking ice cold out here, even though it's a pretty nice day. But insulated waterproof boots. This creek ain't nothing but a highway. See these boulders up here? These big boulders are glacial deposits from the last ice age. Glacier dropped that off whenever there was dinosaurs still roaming around here. You see all of this damn old shale. This shit ain't good to build on and ain't good to climb on. Looky here. You see right there, that ridge? That's a fossil. That's an old fossil right there. Real faint, but I can make out the ridges from a shell in that stone. Can you also make out those ridges in there from the shell? Yeah, that's an old fossil there. Like I said, a lot of ancient seabed around here, and there were a lot of dinosaurs roaming the area. All this used to be inland sea, so we had a lot of that kind of thing. Giant shells, crustaceans, armored sharks, blah, 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 blah. And that is your natural history lesson for today. Here's our next feature. That's semi-close to camp, just a little brisk walk back here. But I already got me a bench installed right there. And it's got one of those fancy ass seat cushions on it called a rock. Check this out. And that nice, going down in a nice little pool. That's about maybe 3 foot deep there in the center. So that would be really nice to have access to in the summertime, just to come down here and cool off. Also makes for a great photo op and a live stream. Got ridges all the way around me. Ain't nobody can see shit down here. I'm on skinny dipping in that thing. Yeah, that was the next feature for the new campsite that really hooked me on this spot. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, we're gonna climb out of here. We're gonna get back there and wrestle that damn frame up. Hey, Tom, if I want to live broadcast myself skinny dipping, I'm gonna get more subscribers than Joe Robinette has right now. Everybody's gonna want to come see the Huntsman's old winkle. All right, we're gonna go on over here to this other side. We'll cross the creek, go up and down and around, get back to camp, get our asses back to work. We got a lot to do today and a short time to do it. So today, my primary goal was getting down here, scouting a new site. Yeah, I'm probably make good moonshine down here. Anyway, I'd never been in this woods. This is my first time in this forest, in this area. So my wanderlust is kicking in a little bit, and I'm wanting to go around and look at all the finer details like that. And then little flags like this catch my eye. I'm wanting to do all that stuff. So I wanted to come down here, explore a little bit, and look around, check it, see if we had any more waterfalls. We do have a couple running up through here. Find us a good site to make the new camp, and at least get the frame of the new shelter put up, which is what we were wrestling with at the start of the live show. Look at all this, y'all. See, that's the kind of details I love to see. And I know what's going to happen when the humidity kicks up and it's like a rainforest in here. All this shit's just going to be popping. And I'm going to be out here to see it. Where we're building the new shelter at is like a meadow area. A little bit opening in the canopy so some sunlight gets down. We're going to do a Huntsman slide right here. For y'all don't know what this is, I'd basically just jump off the cliff. That little knoll, yeah, there are a lot of gorgeous places out here. Tom, I wish you could come along with me. Here we go. Woo! Right down the hill we go. That's the express lane. Alright. So I wanted to be close to the creek. Oh, check this shit out. I wanted to be close to the creek, but I didn't want to be in the flood zone. So that's where we our deciding factor. Check that out, Tom. Y'all ever see wood grain like that? All grew in a spiral. That's a big old log too. Think that'd make a great tabletop? Isn't that cool shit? Now what's happening here is this tree was distressed whenever it's growing. That's what causes that spiral. It's stress on the trees. And that could be environmental factors. It could be like a flood or something like that triggered it. But the fact of the matter is, this tree was under a lot of stress when it was growing, and its reaction to that stress was to start turning around. That happens so slowly, you can't see it, but that's the end result of it right there. We might actually be coming back here and seeing if we could utilize some of that log, but that is a big beast. Beautiful though, isn't it? Table leg, not a tabletop? I don't know. It'd make a good bench. I'd sit on it. Alright, let's get back to camp, y'all. See, that's what I'm like out here in the woods. I see shit like that and I run right towards it, and then I forget what I'm supposed to be out here doing. Look at all the colors in that shell. We gotta jump here. Fuck March. Get back up here. Bristol, all the way over there in the UK. I actually know somebody that lives in Bristol, and we're not going to talk about her. Alright, almost back up to camp. Like I said, priority was to explore the woods since I never stepped foot in this woods before today. make sure that everything was secure as far as the terrain goes, make sure we were out of the floodplain while we were looking for a spot to build a new campsite, and check out some of the local amenities to this little Hilton that we're going to be building. So I got two other campsites that were developed in the series. We got the Cobb Cottage location, which was our first build. We'll be going back to it this year. We got the Wickiups Hyper Shelter. The Wickiup Hyper Shelter, anybody who's seen it, you know that's a tank of a son of a bitch. One of the best shelters I've ever built. The one I'm working on now has got to rival that one, because I don't want to be going backwards as far as my building skills go. So we came all the way down here, just beyond a thorny ass thicket patch. It's hard to get into, hard to get out unless you want to get wet and follow the tributary. And yes, it is a great day to film. It's not too warm out here. It's cool, but just cool enough to where while I'm working on the campsite, I'm not getting overheated. Look at all these deer trails running through here. I do have the trail cam with me too. We're gonna be setting up a trail cam before I leave this place. But this area right in here, canopy's open a little bit, so we're gonna get some dabbles of sunlight down in here. This is gonna be a wildflower meadow. I know it is. I can see the remnants of the grasses. I can see the remnants of like baby's breath, stuff like that was growing down in here. This is all gonna be green wildflowers whenever spring comes up. So we got the wildflowers, we got the mosses, we got all of that fungus and algae. This place is gonna be beautiful whenever she greens up. I just want to get all of this dead standing and all these logs and everything cut up, get the shelter built so I can entwine what's happening with nature around here into the shelter itself. And if you didn't tell by the title of the live stream, we're going to call this the Sanctuary. That's going to be the name of this site. So if you guys subscribe to the channel and you hit that little bell icon and you see the Sanctuary, you know we're probably live streaming out here, live streaming the build, or out here just hanging out, having us a good old time at camp. We got some pretty big ass logs for our frame here. This was a tree that had actually fallen down. You could see this stump of it over there on the other side of the creek. It was running all the way across the creek, and I was out there on that other log cutting the damn thing down into these poles to build the shelter out of. Got a little bit of a notch in the ground there, and I'm gonna put a boulder back here, help support that earth so we don't get a slide over there. And over here on this side, of course, we got it propped up against the tree. No, I'm not gonna have a bat like Negan. I don't need no bat. I do it with my bare hands. So as I was saying there, we do have the trail cam with us. We're gonna be setting the trail cam up out here. Have some corn to put out for the local deer for invading their privacy while I'm out here building this shelter. And I think this is just going to be an absolutely gorgeous spot once we get her up and running. But we have a lot of work to do. You're not going to see it all in the live stream today. You will not see it all in the premiere. But I am filming the process as far as the year 2 premiere goes. How I'm building this, the kind of design that I want. And I wanted to show you all the location here real quick. So I'm gonna get back to wrestling with this bitch. I'm gonna keep live streaming. I actually wasn't gonna talk too much in this live stream, but I figured that since you all were kind enough to show up, I'd at least take you around and show you why I picked this particular location as opposed to the billions of others that I have available to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and set y'all back up right here. Feel free to hang out with me and chat. I will stop by every once in a while and try to catch up on the chat window there, but I do have a lot of work to do, y'all, so I will be just that live chat a little bit. So I will be working. You'll see me working, but like I said, I'll try to stop back here. So if y'all have any questions or anything like that, if you see me come back to the cam, feel free to pop up your questions, and I'll be more than happy to ask you. Or more than happy to answer you. Live, can't edit that out either. Look at that bit of sun right there. That's a blessing right there, caught on a live stream. So yeah, we're here at the sanctuary. We're just getting ground broke on a new Huntsman shelter for year 2 of the series. The series premiere for our second year is March 20th. It'll show up Wednesday night. That's why we didn't have a show Friday night. Normal show kicks off Friday night at 8. But since we have the anniversary of the channel coming up, we're going to premiere Wednesday night with the new site and the new year. So I hope y'all will join me for that too. That premiere is going to be a good time to watch. Let me tell you, coming in here, finding all that we found, you get a little bit better look at everything that's around here during the premiere, and a lot more detail on how we're building this shelter and some tips on how you can do it too. So I'm gonna get my ass back to work. Like I said, y'all are free to hang out, chat, make fun of me, because I know that thing is probably gonna fucking fall down on me again. What time am I going live? Wednesday night, I'm gonna go live at 7. I will be live Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that live show will go to 7:45. From 7:45 to 8 o'clock, you got a chance to go make your popcorn and go pee. The premiere of the show will kick off at 8, and since it is a YouTube premiere, we'll have the live chat, and I'll be there to watch the episode with you guys and be able to talk to you in the live chat during the premiere episode Wednesday night at 8. So all that's happening on March 20th. I will continue to live stream here for as long as I can, as much as the build that I can, so you guys can see some behind the scenes action. Basically what I'm doing here in this live stream is this is sort of, you guys get a VIP pass to the set of the premiere. I'm out here filming the premiere right now, so I might even be filming during the live stream, so you guys are gonna see me filming Wednesday night's episode right here on the live show. Once we get this frame up and we make sure it's secure, then we'll be moving on doing some other stuff. All right, yeah, over in yeah, if you guys are listening to time there, check out Deep Woods Bushcraft and Survival on Facebook. It's my favorite group. Huge supporter of my channel, and I'm a huge supporter of that group. Amazing group of people, great moderators in there. It's a good, safe place to go and learn. Definitely check out Deep Woods Bushcraft and Survival over on Facebook if you guys are interested. My channel would not be where it's at today without the support of that group. So I'm gonna get my ass back to work. You guys are free to hang out and watch for a little bit, chat with each other, get to know each other, subscribe to each other's channels, like, share, tweet, share it on Facebook, all that fun stuff. Get some more people up in here. Watch Huntsman make a fool out of himself trying to put this shelter up. We can't edit this shit out, so all the mistakes that happen, you guys are going to get to see here live. It's not like one of them big old bushcraft channels that edit all their shit out before they put it up on YouTube. You're going to see every fucking mistake that I make out here. I'll get back with you guys in a little bit. I need to try to get this center pole up and see what we can do here, all right? Well, it ain't fall down yet. Y'all, the only thing that I'm out here working with, I got my axe with me, and I'm just tying this all up with some paracord and using my Halamandra knife. I don't have any other knife on me except this tiny little thing. This is all I need. Budget. dumb son of a bitch. Where the fuck were you whenever I started live streaming? You come out here to learn something with me? There's the one side. Hey, take care, Tom. You're gonna miss the party because the Huntsman's out here live streaming today. So you know what that means, right? Hey, thank you, you little mealy mouth bastard. That 7K actually happened live in Pooza's show last night, Pooza Studios. Yeah, that was awesome being able to capture that on live video. So I can go over to Pooza Studios channel and I can see the moment that the 7K happened right there on the live stream. I really appreciate Pooza and everybody that was in there. We was at, I don't know, we had like 4 to go before we hit the 7K mark. As soon as Pooza seen it, man, they did the whole echo shout out. It was like an emergency situation, all hands on deck, and we pushed over 7K right there on the live show. Yeah, so we're doing pretty good, right? I'm not supposed to be going over on YouTube. I'm supposed to be the guy that failed. That's not gonna happen. I get back to work here. We can Alright, y'all. Moment of truth. We finally got that thing measured out right. We're about to pull down the support and see if it stays up. Yeah, you better go to work. Make some fucking money. I appreciate you stopping by, budget. You come back later after work and see the rest of the show. Alright, y'all. We've pulled down the support beam and she didn't fall down. So there's our first 4 posts for the new shelter. She is gonna be a beauty. And she's right over top of that creek, so I got the whispering water right up beside me. I think it's gonna be a beautiful sight, y'all. I'll give you a little bit different perspective here while I keep on working. Like I said, y'all, please, if you could, share this, tweet it out, share it on Facebook, get it all over the place, get some more people up in here. I appreciate it. Let them see how this is all done. Pre-editing phase. This is all happening live, so if I fuck up, y'all can make fun of me. Stuck on a tugboat. That's not a bad place to be, right? Alright, a little bit different perspective. I'm gonna see what else I can get done here. I just now decided I'm gonna border the frame in with stone. So I'm gonna be hauling some stone. By putting a stone foundation around it, that gives me something to prop all of my beams up on as I'm setting it in there. I don't have to worry about them sliding down the hill. Nice fit. This is almost too easy. We ain't playing with the rocks either. Yeehaw. Bigger rocks. All bigger rocks, he said. It'll be cool, he said. Let's do that again. Coming in behind you. We're putting in the work today, y'all. Them rocks are fucking heavy, but it'll be well worth the price we pay. Need a breather. Hey, Jay. Nice to see you. We hauling stones up on that big son of a bitch. And I'm choking on jerky. There we go. Yeah, so I decided there at the last minute I was going to go ahead and frame the foundation in stone. Just so when I start putting all of the beams on there, I prop them up against those rocks and they ain't going to go nowhere. Not a lot of wiggling, not a lot of digging. Excuse me. And should turn out alright, right? It's a little bit bigger than the wiki up that I built last time. Ugh. Hanging out in the woods with y'all, eating Jack Link's jerky. Will do, Ranger. I have a bad neck. My lower back's pretty strong, though. I beat the shit out of myself over the years, though. Yeah, we hauling a lot of this stone up from an old creek bed. Uphill a little ways. Just gonna frame it out. That's all we're gonna do there. We're halfway done already, and I've been at it like 10 minutes. I'll give you guys a little bit different perspective here again as I get back to work. So you guys can sort of see the things that I'm seeing while I'm working out here. Let's move you on over to the other side there. See if we can get you a good perspective. Sorry for coughing. That pepper jerky went down the wrong damn way. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Let's do something a little different. We'll set you all back up here. Got this old tree stump here. I'll set the tripod right here at the top of the tree stump so you'll be a little bit higher. If it'll set up there, I don't know. If not, we'll figure something out. I think we'll be all right there. Nice view of the skyline, right? try to get you settled in here. See if we can counterweight it. Make sure y'all don't fall over. You are in a precarious position right here, let me tell you. Alright, there we go. How's that view? Pretty cool? Y'all watch from there? Alright. Big motherfucker. Still probably be hanging out with me, huh? Might be a little bit different live stream. Might be kind of boring without me talking too much. I'm just trying to get this stone frame done. One more wall to do. We have stone all the way around her. Gonna be a... Oh, you are? Okay. Gonna be a lot bigger than the wiki up I got. Gonna be a lot more sturdy, especially with a stone foundation. But she'll all work too. Yeah, I don't care. Alright, y'all. Got maybe 10 more stones. Love you too. Got about 10 more stones and the foundation will be up. Our support beams will be up. We got to get a couple of our center beams up. Yes, they are heavy, and I am a bit out of breath. It's not just the weight of the stone, it's the incline that I had to climb up out of that creek bed to get them up here. That's why I keep stopping so often. Paying attention to my body, don't you worry. But yeah, maybe 10 more stones. We'll have that foundation framed in, and that'll be a pretty good deal. As far as our base goes, we get our center beams put down, our center supports. We gotta get those cut and get them up. And once we get those up, she should be stable enough to hold up for a few days until we can get back out here. And we're not gonna build this whole shelter today, y'all. This is gonna take days and days and days to get this thing up in the way that I want it. We're just getting the framework done today. That's what we're doing a live stream for. If you guys tune in Wednesday night at 8, you get to see some more of the finer details of the location and some of the wood processing as far as the beams and everything go and how they fit together. They're like Lincoln logs. All right, it's on you, girl. Gotta get back to work. Yep. Alright, we got the frame done. What do y'all think of the new location for year 2 of the Huntsman series? This getting you guys excited about it? So, first couple of episodes of year 2 for the series, we're going to be finishing off this build, doing a lot of exploring in this new woods. We'll definitely see if we get any whitetail action on film, whatever else comes down in here. I think it's going to be a good time. Bushcraft chair, the tripod style. I'll take you guys up here so you can check out this foundation real quick. Show you how I did it. All I was aiming to do right here is just get some support. You see how right here at the back of the shelter, it kind of slopes down. I wanted to make sure that all of my beams have plenty of support. So we just hauled up all this stone here from the creek bottom, framed it all out. Pretty simple design, don't get much more basic than that. Pretty good site though, right? Could you imagine what this place is gonna look like in some time? Gonna be beautiful. Now I don't have that creek area, it ain't deep enough to hold fish, except maybe some minnows and some crawdads. Crawdads ain't bad eating. But just over that far ridge there, that's the main river, runs through my area, so we can just hop right over that hill and hit the main rivers for some fishing. That was another of the features that I wanted for the new campsite. I wanted it close to the main river, just so we can do some overnight fishing trips, go down there for cats, rainbow trout, walleye, whenever they came up for spawning. We're gonna be getting out on the lake this year too. That'll be a nice little add into the channel. Lake fishing. I gotta sit down here, finish my beer. She's gonna be a beast, guys. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to live stream this is because I've been out here for hours now, and that's all I got done. It's just the frame and that stone foundation going around it. I did do a lot of exploring, and as I said earlier in the stream, I've never been in this woods before. This is all new to me. So I have a lot more exploring to do, and gonna have to get up here, check the terrain, check the canopy, make sure there was no widowmakers up there. It's gonna fall down and just bust this thing up. I wanted a place high enough in the out of the floodplain where I don't have to worry about floodwaters. They got plenty of runoff around the camp. But I'm also on level ground and sort of in a meadow. So as this meadow grows up, I'm gonna have access to grasses and probably some edibles whenever all this stuff grows up. Is a perfect spot for a camp. Surrounded by high ridge lines all the way around. Those ridge lines are about 500-600 foot up all the way around me. So that's a natural windbreak. And I'm encircled by it. I am down in a valley. Sometimes these valleys act like wind tunnels, and the wind just kind of snakes through, following the path of the creek. Got access to water, got access to the main river for fishing. We have plenty of wildlife around here. I've seen some rabbit tracks across the way there in the mud. Raccoon was coming down on the creek bed. We got whitetail trails in here like it's a fucking super highway, including one running right beside the camp here. So if we don't fuck this area up too much, maybe I can attract a whitetail right up here to the Bushcraft camp. So I'll be mounting the trail cam close by, probably a little bit up on the ridge facing down, and we'll see what the trail cam picks up as far as wildlife, or maybe even strangers who hike out this way and wander off into this woods. Make sure that our site is good and secure. We don't want to build a site that somebody's going to wander into, you know, and start messing with. There are a lot of things that are addictive. Good breather. I do have to get back to filming the episode, guys, so we're going to be wrapping up the live stream at about the 90-minute mark, I'm thinking. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. We'll take one last look around here as we're winding down the last few minutes. I think 90 minutes is a good stopping point, don't you? That's a pretty long video for anybody else to come in and watch after the fact. But you guys did get to see the area firsthand before the premiere of year 2 of the Huntsman series on Wednesday night at 8. Kind of got to be on set while we're out here filming that very episode, which is my intent for being out here today. Wednesday night's episode is going to be a 2-hour premiere. That's a long show. I'm not expecting everybody to stick around for the full 2 hours as far as the live chat goes. There's going to be a lot of content in that episode and a lot of what we're aiming for year 2 of the series coming up. So be sure to check it out. Even if you don't stay for the whole show, y'all are more than welcome to come in and meet up with everybody that's in that live stream. The chat window is going to be right there as the episode's airing for the very first time. I'm sure you guys know how the YouTube premieres work, right? And I will be right there with you, chatting in the chat window and watching that episode with y'all. So if y'all want to stop by and say hi to whoever comes to the Wednesday night premiere of year 2 of the Huntsman series, come on, welcome. I do have my deer bait out here today. Pack some of it along. We're going to get the trail cam set up. And then I think that's going to be about it for today. Hey, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you guys can, share this video. Let everybody know what we're out here doing. I mean, if you think that's cool, share it. Like it, share it, hit that thumbs up. Because this is what's coming up on year 2 of the series. This type of environment, this type of terrain, this type of bushcraft build. This is going to be a beautiful structure by the time I get it done. And we just live streamed building the framework, and that was it. As far as the episode goes, we got the framework on film for the most part. Notching out all of the logs, some of the wood processing that we did. Obviously, I was live streaming whenever I hauled all the stone up here, but I'll go ahead and cover it in the episode for those who did not see the live stream. Then we're going to do our trail cam setup and how we do it down here in this kind of terrain. Yeah, we got a lot more to do at this site, guys. But for right now, I got to get back to filming the episode so I can wrap it up, get home to my girls, and apparently my nephew's coming over tonight. But I got a little bit more work to do on the structure. You guys will be able to see it in the episode. Yeah, I think the episode's going to be a good time. Hope y'all can stop by the premiere Wednesday night at 8 and see that. I will be live streaming again starting at 7 on Wednesday night. 7 to 7:45 we'll have a live stream. And yeah, so that'll be that. I'll tell you what, guys, I do have to film the episode, so I got plenty of power left. What I'll do, for those of you who still want to hang out, since we still got some new people coming into the room, it ain't gonna hurt nothing having the live stream going while I continue to film the episode, so you guys can see me filming the episode. We'll film myself filming the episode. Hey Rich, I really appreciate you stopping by, man. Thank you, and thank you for all your support over on Facebook. But yeah, I gotta get back to filming, guys, so you guys can watch me filming an episode of Huntsman. You can stay here right on set. It ain't gonna hurt having the live stream going for a little bit longer if y'all want to hang out and chat with each other, but I gotta focus on the episode and getting to work. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna set you off in the distance there a little bit. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear the audio as far as me filming goes. You will see me holding the camera and doing all of that fun stuff. But yeah, you're just gonna be sitting backstage kind of watching me film the episode. I'm not gonna be coming back here talking. I gotta get this shit done. Daylight goes quick out here, so I'm gonna get back to work. Y'all are free to hang out for as long as I got power. Alright, so we'll just set you back here out of the way a little bit. I'll try to give you a decent view, but something that's not going to interrupt the construction process as I'm getting the actual fucking work done on this project. I actually kind of like you guys better over there on the stump. You guys like the view from the stump better? Because the sun's going to start going down soon. You might get a little glare. So we'll put you back on the stump. You get to see the creek and you get to see the build. You get to see me filming. It's a little bit closer. We'll do it like that. Get up in here. Just walking through the house. Alright. So I see you back up here. Y'all can watch me film. Watch how Huntsman does the whole YouTube thing. Behind the scenes, VIP right here on set. See if I can counterweight this like I did the last time. It was a little tricky. Because this ain't a full stump. It's just like a log there. I think you'll be alright, right? Alright, y'all just don't tip over. I get back to work. Whew. Sorry about that extended absence, guys. I was cutting down a red oak, and it took me a little bit longer than I expected. That's one of the things about being out here doing this outdoorsy shit that gets edited out. A lot of the videos that you watch is the sheer amount of fucking time it takes to cut up all the goddamn wood you need to build. I'm not gonna say anything about the damn old breakfast bagel. Wanting all of my beams for the shelter there to be about the same length, so I'm using my previous cut to measure the next cut, and so on and so on and so on. Got one more beam to cut, and that'll be it as far as the construction part of today goes, I think, unless I start feeling froggy. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll hang out with you guys a minute, fish my beer. Let's check that timestamp, y'all. Alright, so we've been beer and eggs, beer and dip. We've been live streaming for 113 minutes. During that time, we got the frame put up, we got the rock foundation down, started cutting out our main support beams for the center. Well, that's just the framework. We still got to cut all the beams to go all the way across that motherfucker and get it built up. It's gonna look kind of like a cabin by the time we get it done. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. I'm trying to, with these live streams, I'm trying to give a realistic perspective. I'm trying to give a realistic perspective, the kind of behind the scenes thing, which is what we got going on here. I'm out here filming an episode of Huntsman, just on that other side of that ridge. You hear that train? Train track running through there. Yeah, good headway so far. So I'm out here filming the premiere for Wednesday night. I figured if we go live, because everybody likes Huntsman's live stream, because you don't know what the fuck I'm going to say or do. But with this live stream, I kind of wanted to get you guys on set, kind of a behind the scenes look of what happens in just about any bushcrafting video. The amount of work that goes into this is a motherfucker. Let me tell you, it's no joke. You guys see TA Outdoors, his new build? Yeah, it's a bagel factory. Motherfucking bushcraft bagels. TA Outdoors just built what he's coining a Viking shelter, Viking house. Now, it's his own design. It's not based on any historical design. But the amount of wood processing and the amount of time that goes into building structures like this is insane. It does test your patience, it tests your endurance, and just like you guys have seen here today, we've been filming an hour and a half now, a little over an hour and a half, and we're still working on the framework. This kind of thing is not a survival shelter. Yeah, his so-called Viking camp, yep. This is a Huntsman camp, and you'll see why when we get it done. Well, I don't watch TA much because it's 30 minutes of wood processing, and then he plugs whoever sponsored him from an Amazon store. And that's the end of the episode. TA Outdoors excels at wood processing. Now, when him and his dad get together, those two are funny as hell together. But if you're just watching TA Outdoors, like his regular episodes, it's nothing but a guy cutting up wood. That guy is the king of playing with his woody. So I don't watch him too much, but I do kind of respect TA Outdoors, sort of, kind of. I guess as close to respect as I get. Yes, sir, it ain't easy. Yeah, and that's why I'm doing it in the spring. In the springtime, we don't have a lot of water going up through the trees, and the ground's still saturated from the snow melt, so any of the dead standings is easy to pull right up, or just knock right over. This is the time of year where you want to get out here and basically get your building supplies together, because it's all exposed, it's all ready to go, it's all dried out from winter before the spring rain gets here. Like I said, I'm in a meadow right now. This canopy area right here is pretty clear. So late spring, early summer, this is going to be all meadow through here. And I ain't going to be able to see the wood that I'm seeing now without digging for it. So I wanted to get out here now and do it. I still got one more beam to cut. I just marked it to length. I'll cut that beam. I'm going to go ahead and tie on the 2 center beams, and then the rest of them can just be propped up once I get them cut to length. As long as they're not poking up over top of that center beam, we'll be good. And once I get the 2 main beams on, then I'm actually thinking about putting a poly, kind of like a rain guard across that center beam. You know what I mean? Kind of like a rain fly on a tent or on a hammock. Just run that right across the top, just for an added protection. The poly, just like I did with my wiki up, the poly would be on the inside. We'll go ahead and log it out like a full cabin. We're not going to use bark like TA Outdoors did. We're going to go ahead and log this whole thing out, so it looks like a cabin or a cottage, you know, that type of deal. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting that extra poly rain fly in there, just for the added protection on the eave, and it'll help reflect heat back down from whatever fireplace I decide to slap in the sunbit. I get this idea though. I got the back of the shelter right here at the edge of this hill. I was thinking about basically building like a Dakota fire pit. Yeah, I'm drinking Budweiser, and I usually dip Skull Cherry. So yeah, the first time, I don't know if I ever told you all this story. This is a funny ass story too. The first time I ever had dip, my cousin owns a junkyard, and his boy, I guess it'd be my second cousin, right? His name's Levi. We were sitting out in the junkyard one day, and Levi takes out this can of Skull, and I think it was spearmint though, or wintergreen, and he gave me my first dip, and I was like 7 years old or something like that. And as soon as I put that dip in my mouth, one, it burnt like a motherfucker, and then I got stoned and passed out in the back of the truck down at the bottom of the junkyard, and nobody knew who the hell I was. So yeah, first time I ever tried dip, it made me pass out. Like, I was out. I got so fucking buzzed from my first dip, it was crazy. I didn't try dip for a long time after that. I sure as fuck didn't try wintergreen or spearmint. I always went to cherry. And I started dipping with bandits just because they're cleaner and you don't have to spit with them. But now I can dip and not spit. I don't have to spit. I can swallow it and it don't make me sick or anything. That's just me. Finish this damn beer and go get that last log cut. We'll get those center beams put up. We got plenty of fucking dead standing around here to cut up for the beams. I don't think we'll have any trouble. But a lot of this around here is red oak, and sawing up red oak is a motherfucker. It's great building material because it holds up forever, especially when you have it in a shoulder formation. I mean, that shit, it just turns into iron. But it's a pain in the ass to cut. So, and I'm just using this to cut with. This is my saw, y'all. Like, I didn't go out and buy any expensive ass saw. This is a cheap motherfucker, but it cuts through woods like it's nothing. The steak and tater? Not today, Mark. We're out here working, son. You guys are just behind the scenes of me filming an episode right now. This is what I do behind the scenes of the Huntsman episode. You know, this bushcrafting on YouTube is hard work, yo. I swear to God, if I didn't, yeah, it's a good saw, ain't it, Budget? I mean, it cuts through some shit. I'm cutting through red oak like it's nothing. Granted, the diameter is a little bit big, so whenever I'm off camera, you'll see that I'm off camera for a little while. Now I got that big log up there now, so you'll be able to see me doing the famous wood processing scene. But yeah, this little saw can cut through fucking red oak like it's nothing, really. She ain't let me down yet. I got that one there marked. I'm gonna go ahead and get it cut. I'm gonna get this shit done. Yep, that's all I'm using. I'll be right back. 1 second. So I got my little, this is what I'm using to build this whole shoulder with. Got my little $10 saw here, right? This is the axe that I'm using. Everybody's seen the old Huntsman axe. Got Huntsman right there engraved into it. And all of the Viking rune work, shit like that. That's my axe. This is all I carry. I don't carry a big, you know, 20 or anything like that. This is all I carry when I'm out here because I got to move light and fast. You guys see me hiking out here all the fucking time. I don't need nothing heavy. I got that. That's kind of like a mid-range axe, right? Between an axe and a hatchet. But it's mid-range. That thing cost me like 80 bucks, right? And then I just did all the engraving and shit myself. All Nordic runes. And then I got this here. This is the Helimandra. Now this knife, this is a $200 fucking knife. I mean, this is an expensive fucking knife. That's developed by Les Stroud. Got the Survivor Man logo right there on the blade. But I did not buy this knife. It was a gift. So, and everybody knows that story, right? Maja. Okay, so we got an expensive ass knife. We got a mid-range axe. We got a cheap ass saw. That's what I'm using to put this shoulder together. It ain't nothing fancy, really. It's just manpower. That's all it is. So that's it. Aside from my expensive ass fucking knife, I'm out here like a peasant doing this shit. And this peasant's got to get his ass back to work. Yep, that's all you need, Budget. That's all you need, brother. Anybody else trying to sell you any other shit, tell them to fucking kiss your ass. Alright, y'all, since this is all fucking live and we're doing this ad lib, like I did not have a plan for this live stream. We're just doing it. But since we're talking about gear now, and we're talking about gear that everybody can afford, I'm over here using this little $10 saw, and I want you guys to see it in action right here on the live stream. This is what me and Budget both use while we're out here doing our thing. Trying not to fix breakfast bagels. We're actually trying to, you know, do some man shit in the woods. So I'm going to show you guys, yeah, wood processing. It's like porn for bushcrafters. Let me get you out of the sun here. But we'll go ahead and do this live. So this isn't a sponsored product or anything like that. Like, because they're not going to pay you. It's a $10 fucking saw. But you guys can see it in action right here on the live stream, right? $10 saw. No need for that fancy ass name brand bullshit. Now, what I'm cutting here is red oak. This shit is hard as hell. Not the hardest oak, but it's hard. And this is my $10 saw cutting through it. So Budget, I try to stay calm here while I'm doing this wood processing shit. I don't need you, you know, popping an aneurysm or something. But it's gonna take me a little time to get through this red oak. But the sumbitch cut. Here we go. And just like that, guys, we're at about our halfway mark with this little $10 blade. Now, what's happening to me is it hurts your wrist like a motherfucker, but a lot of times if your saw is hurting your wrist, it's because you're gripping the handle too tight. You don't need to grip that like you're getting it in a chokehold. You just need to get a good enough grip on it to pull it back safely. So you don't want to bear down on your saw too much. You're just going to wear your forearm and your wrist out, and it hurts like a motherfucker. Take your time doing it. Wood ain't gonna go nowhere, right? So, yep, I'm gonna keep cutting this. We're halfway through already with this little $10 blade. See, even now it's starting to grip a little bit, like the wood's pinching together, and it's starting to let my hand do. Yep. Let the saw do the cutting. I learned that in wood shop in high school. I used to bear down on the saw a lot. Like I was trying to kill the damn thing, right? No. Keep your hand loose. Get a good enough grip on it. But you look at the saw handle here. If I can get it out. Look at the saw handle. You got that nice curve. Your hand's not going to slip up on the blade. It widens out there just enough where your hand's not going to slip up. So just like that. That's all you need. Otherwise, you're just going to wear yourself out a lot faster than you need to. And you burn up a lot more calories. And it hurts like a sumbitch. And you're going to need more beer. And I ain't got no more beer. I've been out here all morning. I drank it all. Yeah, I said morning. Don't judge me. So it's starting to pinch together a little bit, so I'm just going to put my knee under it, lift it up just slightly, get that pinch off my blade. That's not so bad. Three-quarters of the way through. You guys are seeing it live, right? And I'm drunk, so. Hey, budget. I'm ready to be judged. You know, when it comes to that whole judgment shit, I'm gonna go off the walls here a little bit. When it comes to judgment, somebody judging you, you tell them to go ahead and do it. You tell them, after all the shit you've been through in your life, all the shit that you survived, you're ready to be judged for the person you are today. And inspire them to go ahead and do it. Say, judge me. I want you to judge me. I want you to do it right now. I want you to do it in public. I want you to do it on a public forum. I want you to do it in front of God and everybody. Judge me. And the split second after your judgment is out there, we're going to find out how much impact your point of view actually has. We're going to find out if your judgment of me amounts to more than 2 drops of monkey piss. We're going to find out, hey, Wicked, we're going to find out if your opinion of me matters in the least. I guarantee you guys, everybody out there saying don't judge me, they're just chicken shits. You go out there and you tell everybody to judge you and find out exactly what their opinion is worth. Because I guarantee you it's not going to interrupt the flow of your day. Alright, let's get back to work. Oh, we got crap. I get my leg out of the way here. And there it is, guys. Aside from all my bullshit talking right there, there's my $10 blade. There's the cut we just made. That's the diameter. So you don't need fancy shit, guys. You don't need a logo. Nice rings in there. That's why me and Budget use this saw. It gets the fucking job done. Alright, let me go ahead and put these 2 center beams up. And we're good to go on the old campsite now. I'll get you guys back over here to the VIP suite, which is the tree stump. I'll get these 2 logs put up here. We're gonna go ahead and tie them up. That way, if any weather comes through or as this frame is settling down, I don't have to worry about it going nowhere because it's got that extra support. And that's one thing you ought to consider whenever you're building your shelters too. If you see somebody building an actual house, it takes time for that foundation and the house itself to settle. If they build it too damn fast, what happens is you get cracks in your walls and everything's unstable and it just goes to shit. So you do want to give time for your structures to settle in on themselves. And that's what I did with that wiki up. Anybody that's seen my wiki up, you better get to work, you fucking part-time mate. Man, motherfucker, goddamn. Hanging out with me all day and I'm drunk on a Sunday morning. I'm a bad influence, Budget. You should probably just go to work and hang out with the normal people. Anybody seen my wiki up shelter? I let that wiki up set for damn near a year. And but the thing about it is as the structure's settling, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So you do your little bit of patchwork. Oh, see? Yeah. So you do your little bit of patchwork and your structure just gets stronger. So what I'm doing here with a building like this is I want to get the framework up and I want the weight of the frame itself to push down into the ground. So they're kind of getting footholds. So if I let this set for a few days, it's going to get a foothold. The weight of it's going to sink it down into the ground a little bit, and it's just going to make it that much stronger whenever I start putting my other logs up there. I got my center beams up now. Now with the center beams, I want to go ahead and tie them on. The only reason, I don't need to, but the only reason I'm tying them on is because we're just dealing with the skeleton right now. There's really nothing as far as structural integrity goes, so those ties help everything settle. They keep everything together while it's settling because it's going to move, and you want it to be able to move. You don't want a real solid structure. We're not building out of stone and mortar here. We need something that's got some life to it, that's going to bend with the wind, and that's going to help keep it up a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and get those 2 up. I'll tie them on, and I'll get back with you guys. Alright guys, I want to show you guys an added feature to this structure that I put in intentionally. And I cut the log a little bit longer than I needed to. I had it, well, you saw me there adjusting that stone back and forth. That's because the log that I used for that one beam is a little bit longer. And I'm going to show you why here real quick. And we're going to do this up nice and proper too. This is how far I'm thinking ahead whenever I'm building these damn things. Beer. Alright, before we get to the detail of the structure itself, I'll show you what I was thinking of whenever I added this feature in. Now this little light here is the light that got me out of the woods. I was out doing a night hike, and it was during the polar vortex. It was cold as shit. It was so cold outside that my other lights were failing me. My other LED lights were freezing up and failing me, and this little guy got me out of the woods. Very bright light, plus it has charging ports for the iPhone and, you know, anything else that I need to recharge. So this light is very special to me, and it also happens to be a bright little bastard. So right up here, see if we can get you a view here. See that little notch right there? That right there I left in on purpose, and the reason I left it in there on purpose is because I can file that down, hang my light right there. For instance, I'll hang it right there on the string for right now. But what I'll do is I'll just take my knife and I'll whittle this down, and that'll be the main hook for my little light. And that'll be right at the center of the shoulder. So I can hang this light up there on that wooden hook, or anything else I wanted to hang up there on that wooden hook that I'll whittle out of that. And I'll have basically a chandelier inside my bushcraft shoulder. That's how we're going to do that. And that's how far ahead I'm thinking whenever I'm building this thing. As I pick my wood out, I made sure that I had a hook at the top of the center beam to hang a light from. Pretty cool deal, huh? Alright, so this back here, this doesn't need to be here. This is just extra support while the structure's settling. But because that hill's there, I might go ahead and leave that there. I don't know. We'll see how we'll see how she holds up once we get the ribbing in and make it a lot more stable than what it is right now. Right now, all we got is a skeleton. But it's a pretty damn good skeleton, right? And you're not going to be able to see that view of the creek once we get the damn thing built up. But that's our build, and that's what we wanted to get done for the day. We have a stone foundation going all the way around the bottom. We have good, solid diameter, dead standing logs. We have the hook that we can whittle out our light hook from. We have this back here. The tree actually extends out right there and helps hold that rear support beam. So we got a lot of good structural integrity on the south side of it, but on the north side of it, we have a straight drop off down to the creek. So I went ahead and I put the log in, and I put all of that stone in to help support this, because if that falls off, the whole structure tumbles down the hill. The reason I put it right there so close to the edge is, one, it just looks cool as fuck, and two, it gives a lot of runoff, so there's not going to be any water laying inside of my structure, because that's the last thing you want, right? We still got all of this wood right here to process up. That's going to be a lot of our ribbing for the structure. And then if you see over there across the creek, we got all of that stuff that fell down in our last windstorm as far as building material goes. So we got a lot of easy access. I mean, as far as putting this thing together, it's just easy access to all the material that we need to build it up. And we'll get the trail cam set up. We'll be tracking the wildlife. We're going to be doing a lot of fun things at this site. But as you can tell, since I've been live streaming, I have not been filming the premiere episode much, but we do have a lot of work that got done, and we have a lot of things that we can talk about once I do start filming that video again. Once I get you guys sit back up here in the VIP suite. There we go. Not something you see a lot on a Bushcraft channel, but this ain't a Bushcraft channel. The Huntsman series is not a Bushcraft channel. I started this channel off as a bushcraft channel because that was the mark that kind of inspired me to go ahead and kick it off. I'm out here all the damn time anyway. I figured I might as well go ahead and bring a camera along with me. And I happen to live in an amazing landscape. It's just worth seeing. And that's why I hike around so much on the series. I want you guys to see the landscape, right? We did the Wiki Up build, and that was our primary filming location for the last year. But I want to keep the channel fresh and new, and I want this channel to be based on outdoors entertainment, which is sort of a new thing. I'm not saying that I'm coining the phrase outdoors entertainment, but we're going from a how-to guide to just having fun out in the woods. Now, you guys have got a few tips here while I'm building this structure, but this is just my idea. This shit's just coming off the top of my head. Like, I had none of this planned out. I didn't draft anything. I don't have a script. I don't have any blueprints of how I wanted the shelter built. I didn't do any fucking research. I didn't do nothing. I just came out here with my saw and my axe, and I started putting the damn thing together. It's all imagination. And that's what inspired me to pick this spot out. I know what this is going to look like in the summertime. It looks kind of bland right now, don't it? But in the summertime, when this structure is up, and you guys see what this forest looks like whenever all the wildflowers are all over here and these creeks are flowing and it's hot as fuck and we're out here doing our overnighters and stuff like that in a shelter like this, you'll see what I'm trying to do with the Huntsman series. Outdoor entertainment, guys. I want to be able to entertain you guys. A lot of people that come to my channel don't need a how-to guide. They've been doing this all their lives, just like I have. They come here and they watch my channel because it's entertaining, because you don't know what I'm going to say, you don't know what I'm going to do, you don't know what I'm going to build. Sure as hell don't know what I'm going to say on a fucking live stream when nothing's scripted and I can't edit it out. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just out here trying to have a good time. I'm not trying to build a business off of it, not trying to build a career off of it. I already got a fucking career and I happen to love my day job. But that does limit my time out in the woods. So I get out here and I film on the weekends, or I come up for a little hike after work. You know, I have a couple hours. I get home about 5:30. So I have from 5:30 to sunset. Sometimes I hike after dark. I don't mind that. You ever see me out here running around the middle of the woods with a headlamp and no survival gear? I don't carry a lot of shit with me most of the time. I did carry my pack this time because we're doing a build and we got a lot of things in that pack that I needed to bring out here that's going to get left out here. So it's going to be a lot lighter whenever I light out of here and get back home. But yeah, the Huntsman channel is entertainment, guys. I'm not trying to teach you guys anything. I'm not trying to say my way is right and your way is wrong. I'm trying to say just get out into the wilderness, get outdoors, get out into nature, and just let your imagination take you away. Because that's what you're really coming out. At least that's what I'm coming out here for. I'm coming out here to get away from all of the shit, you know, social media, family drama, work stress, all that stuff. You don't think about that when you're out here. You just come out here and you focus on whatever it is you're focusing on. And anybody that watches my series knows that I focus on the most minute, ridiculous, retarded details. Like if I see a mushroom, we're getting that fucker on film just because it looks cool. It's imagination, and I hope it's inspiring, and I hope it gets you guys. I thought I had this whole area to myself, and I didn't. I had guys come up in there, and they just swarmed that fucking area. I did get 2 sheds out of the year. Might get a third if I keep going up in there. I don't know, but yeah, I'm hoping this place is a little bit more secluded. I went a little bit deeper, right off of the edge of the main river, as I said earlier, so we can do some overnight fishing trips. We can go down there and fish. And then in the middle of the night, we come up here to camp, do a night hike here to camp, sleep here for the night. We don't even have to go home. Lots of things to do out here. And a lot of things that I need to get done yet today, like setting up the trail cam, getting that all done. So I'm going to go ahead and scout out of sight for that while the old shelter is settling up for a couple of days. I'll probably be back out here, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday night. Come out after work if I feel up to it, and work on the shelter a little bit more. I might not be working on it again until next weekend. I ain't stressed about it. But this is probably the longest fucking live stream I've ever done. But I do got to get a little bit more footage for next week's episode. We're gonna go ahead and cover what you guys saw here in the live stream, and then we'll have some other footage in there that didn't get put on the live stream, stuff that I did before and stuff that I do once we finally cut this thing off. It's hard to end a live stream. You guys live stream, or you've been in a live stream, it's hard to wrap it up. You got a few people left in there lingering around and you don't want to cut them off, so you just let it roll. But we got a lot of work to do, guys. I got a lot of work to do to get this premiere done and make it good and proper so everybody that does tune in Wednesday night at 8 to watch the premiere of our second year is entertained and they haven't seen it all right here on the live stream. Usually after I cut a live stream off and I get all the metadata and the tags and all of that stuff done to it, I get pretty good views on the live streams. I get more views on the live streams than I do the main show, which is weird. But I think this live stream was worth it, right? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we did pretty good today as far as work process goes, hauling all that damn stone, getting some of our wood processed up. Man, we still got a lot of fucking cutting to do. I'm not looking forward to all that cutting. But that's what you gotta do whenever you're out here. And we have all damn year to put this together. We don't have to do it all in one day. When we wanna make it, we wanna make it right. Hey, yeah, you finally caught me live. We're gonna go a little bit longer here. Just getting the new campsite set up for year 2 of the channel. And having a little bit of fun out here, looking around, drinking beer, dipping, and doing all sorts of man stuff. I'll go ahead and set up my next section of dead standing there that I gotta get cut. That way, whenever I come out here next time, all I gotta do is grab my saw and get my ass to work. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trail cam out and get her rigged up. I think I know where I'm gonna put it too, so. Yep, got a little bit more work to do. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Jay. I'm definitely gonna get over there and check out some of your shit. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. So I'm gonna get up here, I'll get this next bit of wood ready to process. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, if I'll do it a little bit later. I have to check the time. What time is it? 3:33. Alright, so yeah, I've been out here all damn day and this is all we got done. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. So we got our shelter set up there. Got some rigging to do here real quick. I think it's gonna be a pretty good spot. This here, if you guys have watched the series, this is my trail cam. This is what I get a lot of the wildlife footage on, and it's just about a mid-range trail cam, about 80 bucks, 8-man trail cam. It's got night vision on it, so you get the black and white night vision. Very good trail cam, supported me very well, and this is the trail cam that I used to film HB and his herd all through last year. Since we're in a different woods, I'm gonna be tracking down a different herd. I got a lot of deer trail running through here, but I don't know the deer. I ain't seen them. I don't know how many bucks or does are in this herd. I know nothing about the herd. So what I'm gonna start off with is the 8-man trail cam. We're gonna get it rigged up right here by camp. The reason I'm doing it right here by camp is because I got a deer trail, a highway of a deer trail running right here by camp where they're coming down here getting water out of the creek. So we're gonna set up the 8-man trail cam, and I got a bag of field corn here. That's all I'm using. No fancy ass fucking expensive deer baits or anything like that. I don't do that. And the reason I don't do that is I've tried some of those market brands out, some of the name brand shit, synthetic urine and all that stuff. And I have another trick that's a hell of a lot cheaper. Has to do with this corn. I got me I think it was a 45-pound bag of corn. Got it at Dick's Sporting Goods. Cost me like 15 bucks. But I got another secret that I use with the trail cam and the corn to bring them all in and get them all curious. If you guys want to know that secret, you're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna go ahead and ring this up real quick. You guys can take a look at the scenery. I'm actually just going to be going over here and strapping it up to the tree so I can see the campsite area on the trail cam while we're filming this first round of footage. I'll put the corn right down in front of it, and we'll see what we get over the next week or so. See if we can send some deer up here to the meadow. So I'll get this rigged up. I'll be right back. Whoa. Still got 6 of you hanging out. Hope you guys are enjoying each other's company. I do apologize for stepping out of frame every once in a while, but you know how the work thing goes. So I'll show you what I did here real quick. Oh, it's getting a little chillier out. So I have a main deer trail coming down off of that ridge up there, running right down through here. You can see it right there really well. It's like a highway, right? So I wanted to get the camp inside of the trail camp just for security reasons. So we want that aimed pretty well towards the site. And this is basically going to be the view from the trail cam. So I got you guys sitting right beside the trail cam right there. You can see the edge right here. So we got the structure itself in the field of view, and we have this whole open area running right alongside the right alongside that main trail. Now we want to keep the whitetail coming through that trail regardless of our presence in the woods. Anybody knows me knows I have a pretty good rep with the white-tailed deer. So I'm just going to go ahead and start leaving treats out here for them, starting with this corn. And we'll be spreading it out right there in front of the trail cam. So this is sort of the behind the scenes view, your first look at what our trail cam footage is going to reveal before we even turn the damn camera on. I got one other thing up there by the shelter in my backpack that I need to grab. I'm going to be putting out with this, and we're going to go ahead and reveal a Huntsman secret right here on this live stream. Anybody to get this far in the live stream deserves to see the secret. Starting off with just regular field corn. Now, you guys, whenever you're putting your bait out, you don't want it right up on the camera too often. You can put some right up on your camera. So you see my wildlife footage, the trail cam footage there on the channel. Yeah, every once in a while you see a deer go up and sniff the camera, shit like that. One, they're trying to get my scent. But whenever they get that close to them, you really don't get a look at their health. Their like body weight, their racks if they happen to be a buck or anything like that. So if you're really researching your whitetail, you want to spread your bait out about 15-20 yards away from your cam. That keeps, like if they're in here at night, it keeps them from getting bleached out so much, and you get a much better look at the deer. This is a price you pay for putting down corn. You get cornstarch all over you. I'm gonna go up to my backpack real quick, and I'm gonna grab the Huntsman secret to bringing in huge whitetails. Be right back. Alright, y'all ready for this big reveal? The Huntsman secret and how I got HB, all of those deer on film and up on the channel over the past year. I tried some salt blocks, I tried mineral powders, I tried apples, peanut butter, honey, maple, vanilla extract. I tried all kinds of shit. The one thing that brought them in more than anything else over the past year was this shit. It's fucking car deodorizer, smells like cherries. You spray this stuff on the trees and the whitetail come in rushing. You get turkey on the ground from the corn, you get raccoons, you get all of the wildlife that you see on the Huntsman series with a $2 bottle of car freshener. How's that for a fucking trick? Now, when I am putting this stuff out, I don't like the deer licking it, so I put it real high up on the trees. This is just to bait them in. This is scent. Once they smell this, they'll come in here sniffing around. They'll find the corn and the apples and all the other stuff that we leave down for them, the healthy stuff that we leave down for them. This is just to bring them into the area. So put it high up on the trees, all the way up, high as you can reach. It'll help spread the scent being up that high. Don't try to get it on the ground or anything like that. You don't want them licking this stuff. So get it up, just bring them in with the scent. Let them find the corn. All right, now that the whole place smells like a cherry bomb, this is definitely the longest live stream I've ever done, you guys. So we got the trail cam set up back there, corn down all around. We got our structure up and ready to go. Did it all right here on the live show. But I got to be wrapping it up, guys. I appreciate everybody that stopped by, and I am sorry I got to wrap it up, but as long as I'm live streaming and I'm talking to y'all here on the live stream so you don't get lonely, I'm not filming the actual episode. So we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna get my ass back to work on the filming part of being a YouTuber rather than just hanging out bullshitting. Whoa, and dropping, you guys. Yep, built it right the first time. Nice and easy, nice and slow, stress-free. Let your imagination work. That's what we're trying to instill in everybody anyway. And like I said, we want to be a little bit more entertaining than just wood processing and bullshitting. Fixing breakfast. I ain't cooked anything while I was out here. I ate a couple pieces of jerky and that was it. Oh, a few more things to do here at the site. Make sure every scrap of my trash is picked up. Every scrap. Even the tiny shit. I don't leave nothing out in the woods. It's just disrespectful. Oh, it's getting cold, guys. Gonna go ahead and wrap the live stream up now. We've been going for 168 minutes. This is going on forever. Thank you guys for hanging out with me so long. I know there were some stretches in there when I was out of frame and I was gathering up wood or processing wood that was probably boring as hell, but I just wanted to keep it going. Why not, you know? Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody that came by to watch the framework. We will be doing a lot more live streams. If I come out here, if I have the opportunity to come out here and work on the structure, we'll just go ahead and make this a series of live streams so you guys can see it firsthand, unedited, all the mistakes, everything. You guys can see me build this bushcraft shelter right here on the live streams, and then we'll do some other stuff as far as our Friday night episode goes. How's that sound? So as far as building the site, I think we can do that live. As far as hanging out here, exploring the woods, checking the creek, and doing our fishing, tracking our deer, all that stuff, we'll do that during the show. So again, thank you guys for coming with me today. This is a new woods, it's a new site, it's a new shelter, it's a new year. Thank you guys who supported me throughout the last year. And I hope you guys who are just joining along have a hell of a good time hanging out here with us. It's going to be something different. You know, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a lot of fun. I like it. All right, guys, I got to wrap it up, get back to work. Thank you again, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cool? Cool.